So before I start the video, once again, I want to remind people, double check, make sure you're still subscribed to the channel, because what they'll do is they'll unsubscribe you, show the videos for a while, you won't check and make sure, and then eventually the channel just disappears from your feed. And, you know, if you're like most people, you're probably subscribed to like 100 or 200 people, and you just forget about the channel. YouTube's been doing this a lot lately. I was unsubscribed from a couple of people that I like. You're going to hear a lot of your favorite content creators talk about it because they've been actually sending us notifications now telling us they're going to do this to channels. So just double check, do yourself a favor. Even if you don't really care for me, it's just good to double check and make sure you're still subbed to people. So let's get to the main topic at hand. So Batwoman and Supergirl, not doing very good in the ratings. CW, for some reason, decided let's go ahead and double down on this, and they ordered a full season of Batwoman. At least that's the rumor. I'm not sure if that's 100% correct, but I wouldn't doubt it, as it seems maybe it's go woke, get rich. That maybe that's the case here. Maybe they're betting that it's going to bounce back as they take pot shots at men all the time on the show. And I find that funny considering that's the main demographic for comic book stuff. But hey, you know, I guess men like to be told they're piles of crap. I'm sure that has nothing to do with the downward spiral of the show's ratings. But if you ask the media, it's just because fans are toxic. So you're toxic for not taking that flogging, you sick, trashy man, you. So this is a weird thing. So ratings are going down across the board, but not as steady on other shows. Supergirl and Batwoman are getting it the worst. Arrow is leaving, which is like their second highest rated show. I believe The Flash is the first when it comes to what's the top dog in the Arrowverse. Arrow is leaving. Don't worry, though. It's been reported that an all-female Arrow spinoff is coming. I'm sure that that's not going to be a disaster. But there is something that they seem to be doing right, and maybe this is going to be a bounce back, is they haven't announced this, but it's coming. It's been rumored for a long time. I guarantee you it's coming. So a Superman and Lois TV series is in the works at CW. So, like I said, this is a rumor. This is not confirmed. But apparently, Superman and Lois TV series in the works at the CW. Strange that they're calling it Superman and Lois. You know, there was a series called The Adventures of Lois and Clark, or was it Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman? I don't remember. But it's actually a pretty good show. It was on a long time ago during the 90s. But apparently they're going to do it again. I think this is a smart move, though I'm wondering how much of the show will be dedicated to emasculating Superman and making Lois the star, given the current trend of CW shows. Don't be surprised if that's the case, because this is what they always do, you know. But they need to do something to bring the bleeding up, and this could be the show to do it. Now, some rumors I was looking at, apparently, I guess Lois announced she was pregnant in an episode crossover or whatever not that long ago. So the show is going to revolve around them being parents with John Kent. So John Kent is Superboy in the comics right now, though I guess he's leaving for the future because Brian Michael Bendis, the current writer of Superman, and apparently all of DC Comics, because he influences everything now, doesn't like John Kent, so he's getting rid of him, which I don't like. I really loved the comic book run of Superman Rebirth, and it sounds like that's what the show is going to be focused on. I'm just speculating, but given that Lois has announced that she's pregnant already on the show, I could be wrong on that. I actually read that on the CBR article that she announced she was pregnant. So if that's the case, it would deal with, you know, Superman being a family man, which could be an interesting premise. Like I said, the Superman Rebirth books were really good. Dealt with Superman teaching John how to be, you know, a superhero. And it dealt with, like, Superman being a parent, which was an interesting concept. Not really explored too much, you know, in the series. Not like it was in Rebirth. So it was an interesting new concept for the character. I really liked it. And then they got rid of it. Brian Michael Bendis ruined it, and now Superman comics are trash. But anyway, this is kind of an interesting move. It stinks of desperation because for the longest time, I think they said they weren't going to have their main characters on the CW shows, which, you know, they change a lot of them. Arrow is pretty much Batman, to be honest. So this makes me wonder, you know, if this, let's say this does really good, would we get a Batman TV show? Now, that would be kind of interesting, a Batman live-action show. But given that it's CW, which seems to focus completely on female audiences, I don't know how good any of these shows are going to be. Either way, it's interesting that they're going to do this. And I'm hoping that it's not going to be a woke pile of trash. I hope it's an actually interesting show. You know, I think that the family dynamic was good for the character in the comics. And if they make it like the comics, I think the show could actually be a decent piece of entertainment. We'll see what happens, though. I'm not holding my breath, given their recent track record with some of their newer shows, particularly that female spinoff of Arrow that's coming. I'm not too excited, but I'll be a little optimistic because I love Superman, and it would be awesome if this show is good. I would like that. It'd be nice to get some good comic entertainment. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Just a short video for you guys. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Let me know what you think about the show. Do you think it'd be good? Give me your thoughts on it. And that's pretty much it. Like I said before at the start of the video, make sure you're still subscribed. And subscribe if you're new. Check out my Twitch, YellowFlash Comics. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.